I think this is kind of a generational thing. If you look at old C code bases, they tend to be quite happy to pull in the glibc and maybe one or two libraries. But if you look at the Node.js ecosystem, they are pulling in dependencies like wild, right? You have a small project and they pull in 150 packages. And I do even see this with the Rust ecosystem. I really do like the language. I really do like how they do stuff. But if I compile a small example and it starts pulling in 100 dependencies, I try to imagine who is checking all of this, who is doing a final sign off on this. I wouldn't do that.
I can tell you, nobody. Nobody ever signs off on that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And the question is, why did we arrive here? Why are I don't know if it's fair to say, but I see a tendency. Modern programmers seem to pull in more dependencies. It's like the old C programmers, they were happy with a few libraries, but nowadays I see like the favorite left trim for in JavaScript. I mean, who would ever think of pulling in a dependency for trimming a string? But it seems to be something that is prevalent in this ecosystem. And that's also something, by the way, that I see in a general term, that the classical embedded developers, that group becomes smaller and smaller, and we now see people coming into the embedded development bringing totally different views and different procedures and different ways of working into the embedded ecosystem. And that can be a hard clash, to be honest, because sometimes it just doesn't fit. But somehow we have to deal with that.